Are you struggling to wrap your head around polymorphism? Or wondering if you truly understand the difference between abstraction and encapsulation? Today, we are diving into 30 high-yield practice questions designed to help you ace the Java OOP Fundamentals certification. In this video, we will cover Java OOP Fundamentals practice questions and detailed explanations. Master the core concepts of Java object-oriented programming with this comprehensive practice exam. This video covers the essential pillars of Java object-oriented programming, including classes, objects, inheritance, interfaces, and exception handling, mirroring the actual exam format. Before we start, make sure to grab a pen and paper to track your score. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more certification prep content. Which of the following is used to initialize the state of an object in Java? Option A, method. Option B, constructor. Option C, static block. Option D, finalizer. The correct answer is B. A constructor is a special block of code that is called when an instance of an object is created. Its primary purpose is to initialize the instance variables of the newly created object. Unlike methods, constructors do not have a return type and must have the same name as the class. While static blocks run when the class is loaded, only the constructor runs specifically for every new object instance. Which keyword is used by a subclass to call the constructor of its parent class? Option A, this. Option B, parent. Option C, super. Option D, extends. The correct answer is C. The super keyword in Java is a reference variable used to refer to immediate parent class objects. When used as super single quote, it invokes the parent class constructor. This must be the first statement in the subclass constructor. If it's not explicitly provided, the Java compiler automatically inserts a call to the no-argument constructor of the parent class. What is the primary benefit of making fields private and providing public getter and setter? Methods? Option A, to make the code run faster. Option B, to allow other classes to modify data directly. Option C, to protect data and control how it is accessed or modified. Option D, to ensure the class cannot be inherited. The correct answer is C. This is the core concept of encapsulation. By hiding the internal data, fields, and exposing them only through methods, getters, setters, a class can enforce validation logic, make fields read-only, by omitting setters, and change the internal implementation without breaking the code of other classes that use it. Which of the following is an example of dynamic polymorphism in Java? Option A, method overloading. Option B, constructor overloading. Option C, method overriding. Option D, operator overloading. The correct answer is C. Dynamic polymorphism, or runtime polymorphism, is achieved through method overriding. This occurs when a subclass provides a specific implementation of a method that is already defined in its parent class. The decision of which method to call is made at runtime by the JVM based on the actual object type, not the reference type. Can you create an instance of an abstract class using the new keyword? Option A, yes, always. Option B, no. Abstract classes cannot be instantiated. Option C, yes, if it has a constructor. Option D, only if all its methods are implemented. The correct answer is B. Abstract classes are meant to be incomplete blueprints for other classes. They cannot be instantiated directly using the new keyword. However, they can have constructors which are called when an instance of a concrete subclass is created. The purpose of an abstract class is to provide common behavior and structure that subclasses must implement or inherit. By default, all variables declared inside a Java interface are: Option A, private and final. Option B, public, static, and final. Option C, protected and abstract. Option D, volatile and transient. The correct answer is B. In Java interfaces, any variable you declare is implicitly public, static, final. This means they are constants. They belong to the interface itself, are accessible from anywhere, and their value cannot be changed once initialized. This design ensures that interfaces remain as contracts without maintaining state. Which access modifier offers the most restrictive visibility? Option A, protected. Option B, default. Option C, public. Option D, private. The correct answer is D. The private modifier is the most restrictive. Private members, variables or methods, are only accessible within the same class they are declared in. They are not visible to subclasses or any other classes in the same or different packages, facilitating the highest level of data hiding. What is the output if you compare two objects using the == operator? Option A. It compares the contents of the objects. Option B. It compares the memory addresses, references, of the objects. Option C. It compares the hash codes of the objects. Option D. It returns true if the objects are of the same class. The correct answer is B. In Java, the == operator when used with object references checks if both references point to the exact same memory location. To compare the actual values or state within the objects, you should use the equals method, which can be overridden to provide logical equality. Which of these is true about multiple inheritance in Java? Option A. Java supports multiple inheritance of classes. Option B. Java supports multiple inheritance through interfaces only. Option C. Java does not support any form of multiple inheritance. Option D. Java supports multiple inheritance for abstract classes. The correct answer is B. Java does not support multiple inheritance of classes. A class cannot extend more than one class. To avoid complexity and the diamond problem, ambiguity, however, Java allows a class to implement multiple interfaces, effectively achieving a form of multiple inheritance where a class can inherit the behavior, constants and method signatures from multiple sources. Method overloading happens when: Option A. Two methods have the same name but different parameters in the same class. Option B. A subclass changes the behavior of a parent class method. Option C. Two methods have the same name and same parameters in different classes. Option D. A method is declared as final. The correct answer is A. Method overloading. Compile time polymorphism allows a class to have more than one method with the same name, provided their argument lists, number of parameters, types, or order are different. The return type can be different. but it is not enough to distinguish between two methods on its own. Which block is always executed whether an exception is handled or not? Option A, try. Option B, catch. Option C, finally. Option D, throw. The correct answer is C. The finally block is used to execute important code such as closing connections or cleaning up resources. It follows the try-catch blocks and executes regardless of whether an exception was thrown or caught, ensuring resource safety. What happens when a variable is declared as static? Option A. Each object gets its own copy of the variable. Option B. The variable's value cannot be changed. Option C. The variable is shared among all instances of the class. Option D. The variable is only accessible within its method. The correct answer is C. Static variables. Class variables are associated with the class rather than any specific instance. Memory for static variables is allocated once at class loading time, and all instances of the class share this single copy. Changes made by one instance are visible to all others. What is the effect of using the final keyword on a class? Option A. The class cannot be instantiated. Option B. The class cannot be inherited, subclassed. Option C. The class must be inherited. Option D. All methods in the class become private. The correct answer is B. When a class is declared as final, it cannot be extended by any other class. This is often used for security or design reasons to prevent others from altering the behavior of standard classes, like the string class in Java. An interface can contain which of the following from Java 8 onwards? Option A. Private methods only. Option B. Default and static methods. Option C. Instance variables. Option D. Constructors. The correct answer is B. Since Java 8, interfaces can have default methods, which have a body and can be overridden, and static methods, which belong to the interface and cannot be overridden. This was introduced to allow adding new functionality to interfaces without breaking existing implementations. Which of these is not allowed in Java? Option A. A class implementing two interfaces. Option B. An interface extending another interface. Option C. An interface implementing a class. Option D. An abstract class implementing an interface. The correct answer is C. In Java's hierarchy, interfaces define behavior while classes implement it. An interface cannot implement a class because a class contains implementation details that an interface, a pure contract, is not meant to hold. However, interfaces can extend multiple other interfaces. Which component is responsible for destroying unreachable objects in Java? Option A. JVM. Option B. Garbage collector. Option C. Compiler. Option D. Finalizer. The correct answer is B. The garbage collector, GC, is a part of the JVM that automatically manages memory by reclaiming space occupied by objects that are no longer reachable by any thread in the application. This prevents memory leaks and removes the need for manual memory management, like free in C++. Can we override a static method in Java? Option A. Yes. It works just like instance methods. Option B. No. Static methods cannot be overridden. Option C. Yes. But only if the method is public. Option D. No. Static methods can only be overloaded. The correct answer is B. Static methods are bound to the class at compile time. Static binding. Overriding requires dynamic binding at runtime. If a subclass defines a static method with the same signature as one in the parent class, it is called method hiding, not overriding. The method called depends on the reference type, not the object type. What is the default value of an object reference variable in Java? Option A, 0. Option B, false. Option C, null. Option D, undefined. The correct answer is C. In Java, all instance variables that are object references, non-primitive types, are initialized to null by default if not explicitly assigned. Primitives have their own defaults. 0 for int, false for boolean, but objects always default to null. Which statement best describes a POJO? Option A. A class that extends a specific Java framework class. Option B. Plain old Java object, a class without special restrictions or framework dependencies. Option C. An object used only for database connections. Option D. A class that only contains static methods. The correct answer is B. POJO stands for plain old Java object. It refers to a class that does not extend any technology-specific classes or implement technology-specific interfaces. It's used to increase the readability and reusability of code by keeping it simple and decoupled from complex frameworks. What does the this keyword represent in Java? Option A. A reference to the current class. Option B. A reference to the parent class. Option C. A reference to the current object instance. Option D. A reference to a static variable. The correct answer is C. The this keyword is a reference variable in Java that refers to the current object. It is commonly used to distinguish between class fields and parameters with the same name, or to pass the current object as an argument to other methods or constructors. What is the difference between checked and unchecked exceptions? Option A. Checked or handled by JVM, unchecked by user. Option B. Checked or checked at compile time, unchecked at runtime. Option C. Checked only occur in I/O, unchecked in math. Option D. There is no difference. The correct answer is B. Checked exceptions, e.g., I/O exception, are checked by the compiler during compilation. The developer must handle them using try-catch or declare them using throws. Unchecked exceptions, e.g., null pointer exception, arithmetic exception, occur at runtime and the compiler does not force you to handle them. Which of these classes is the root of the Java class hierarchy? Option A, system. Option B, main. Option C, object. Option D, class. The correct answer is C. The Java lang object class is the parent class of all classes in Java. Either directly or indirectly, every class you create automatically inherits methods like toString, equals, and hashcode from the object class. What is casting in Java OOP? Option A. Converting a primitive to an object. Option B. Treating an object of one type as an object of another type in the hierarchy. Option C. Deleting an object from memory. Option D. Changing the name of a class. The correct answer is B. Casting is the process of treating an object as another type. Upcasting, treating a subclass as a superclass, is done automatically. Downcasting, treating a superclass as a subclass, must be done explicitly and should be checked with instance of to avoid class cast exception. Can an abstract class have non-abstract methods? Option A. No. All methods must be abstract. Option B. Yes. It can have both abstract and concrete methods. Option C. Only if the class is not public. Option D. Only if it has no variables. The correct answer is B. An abstract class is highly flexible. It can contain abstract methods, no body, that subclasses must implement, and concrete methods, with a body, that provide shared functionality to all subclasses. What is the purpose of the transient keyword? Option A. To prevent a variable from being serialized. Option B. To make a variable thread safe. Option C. To allow a variable to be modified in a final class. Option D. To speed up the garbage collection of the variable. The correct answer is A. In Java, if you mark a variable as transient, it will not be part of the serialization process. When the object is saved to a file or sent over a network, the value of the transient variable is ignored and not persisted. What are setters typically used for? Option A. To retrieve the value of a private variable. Option B. To delete an object. Option C. To assign or change the value of a private variable. Option D. To print the object details. The correct answer is C. Setters, mutator methods, are public methods used to update the values of private fields. They often include validation logic to ensure that only valid data is stored in the object's fields. Which keyword is used to implement an interface? Option A. Extends. Option B. Inherits. Option C. Implements. Option D. Using. The correct answer is C. In Java, the implements keyword is used by a class to adhere to a contract defined by an interface. By implementing an interface, the class promises to provide concrete bodies for all the abstract methods declared in that interface. What is cohesion in the context of OOP? Option A. The degree to which different classes depend on each other. Option B. The measure of how strongly related and focused the responsibilities of a single class are. Option C. The ability of an object to take many forms. Option D. The practice of hiding data. The correct answer is B. Cohesion refers to how focused a class's purpose is. High cohesion is desirable because it means a class does one thing well, making the system easier to maintain. Low cohesion means a class is doing too many unrelated tasks. A god object, which is a bad design practice. Which of these is used to prevent a method from being overridden? Option A. Static. Option B. Constant. Option C. Final. Option D. Sealed. The correct answer is C. When a method is declared with the final keyword, it cannot be overridden by any subclass. This is useful when the implementation of a method is critical and should not be changed by any inheriting class. Where are Java objects stored in memory? Option A, stack memory. Option B, heap memory. Option C, cache memory. Option D, hard drive. The correct answer is B. All objects in Java are stored in the heap memory area. The stack memory is used for local variables and method execution frames. The stack contains references to the objects, but the actual object data resides in the heap. That concludes our 30-question practice run for the Java OOP Fundamentals certification. How many did you get right? Let us know your score in the comments below. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into Java and software architecture. To take your preparation to the next level, click the link in the description for our full-length mock exams. For the full practice exam suite and premium study materials, check out the link in the description below.